Thanks for watching this week's edition of Inside IU Volleyball with head coach Sherry Dunbar. I'm Cody Sherritt. The team traveled to State College in Columbus this weekend, and maybe not the results we were hoping for, but there were some bright spots.
Yeah, definitely one of our worst weekends of the year, just as far as performance goes. And, it felt really good going into the weekend. We had some great practices, and I thought our attitudes were really good, and we just didn't perform on the court. So I know they were very disappointed, and we hope to rebound this week and end on a positive note. So we just really tried to focus on just kind of erasing that and starting over this week and having a great week of practice.
Getting back to the weekend, especially Columbus against Ohio State, there were a lot of attacking errors, but really your middles hit pretty well.
Yeah, Morgan overall had a great weekend against Penn State and Ohio State, and has been probably our most consistent performer of late. And Sam, had a great weekend the weekend before against Iowa, and actually stepped up in two of those three sets against Ohio State and got her hitting percentage up in the 300. So, yeah, it was really nice to see them perform at a high level. Obviously, our Penn attackers just couldn't find a way to put a ball away, and when that happens in the Big Ten, the scores are going to happen like they did. So, really worked hard yesterday in practice on getting them more comfortable and just swinging at balls and being really aggressive and finding ways to score off the block, and hopefully that'll help us tomorrow night.
And now comes time for our final player interview of the season. I sat down with senior Caitlin Cox. Last but not least, Caitlin Cox, it's such a pleasure to be up here in the Hankey Hall of Champions with you ahead of our volleyball case.
That's right.
Sweet 16 last year.
I know, pretty exciting.
Yeah. So I like to get to know you guys outside of volleyball, and you told me your favorite hobby outside of volleyball is shopping. And I saw on Mary's blog some shoes that you may have purchased this weekend.
I did. Yeah, I kind of splurged and just got a new pair of shoes. It didn't help that Mary was with me, and she was like, "Oh, I love them, Kate. You have to get them." So.
Quite the shoe connoisseur. You're rocking some crimson Uggs today, and you're like, it's not even cold, but I wanted to be festive for one of the final episodes of Inside IU Volleyball.
Yep, I love my red Uggs.
So I read your tweets.
Mm-hmm.
You also like to bake on occasion for therapy. So my birthday was last weekend. Where was my cake?
I'm sorry. We're away. That's my excuse. I'm making brownies tomorrow, so if you'd like some, I will totally bring some in for your practice.
All right, thank you. So you're the all-time digs leader here at IU. I think, if anything, what makes the dig is the way you get up from the dig. So you took the time at practice to teach me how to roll out of a good pass.
Mm-hmm. And you did pretty well. You learned very well.
Caitlin Cox, all-time digs leader. But what's more exciting than Caitlin getting a dig is when she gets up from a dig and then gets another dig at 1 point. So right now, she's going to show me how she gets up. Can you demonstrate real quick so I know what to do?
All right, Cody. So first of all, you're going to start, like we talked about earlier, in a nice low position. Floor touch, right? So if the ball's hit at you, you will take a step, you'll dig the ball, and then you'll roll out of it, and then you pop back up.
Okay.
All right, one more time.
I gotta watch.
Quick, speed, fast motion. Ready?
Should I have Adam tape my ankles first?
Maybe.
No.
The faster you go,
Say, okay.
the lower you are to the ground, the less it hurts.
Okay. Floor touch.
Oh!
Yes!
Is that good for the first
I
try?
think you need to do it again.
Do it again.
Okay.
And then you gotta go to your left.
That's so hard.
I'm not even good at my left.
Yes! Take a bow.
Okay, now I have to go to my left.
Yeah.
Is it different?
It is
It's harder.
not different. It's just...
You're less, are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
It's less on coordinating to go.
Okay.
All right, so
More
here we
on
go.
coordinating.
Ready?
Good word.
Ready? I don't know.
To the left.
You make it look so easy. It's tough stuff. Here goes.
Oh!
That
Yeah.
was good.
I banged my knee. If I had knee pads, less pain. So now, Jordan's gonna hit balls at me, and we'll see if I can dig them.
Here is Jordan Haverly, and she's about to hit this ball at this man. Here we go, viewers. Oh, look at that.
It was right at me. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, Jordan Haverly has no ball control.
Lies. Cody just ready?
Oh!
Dive forward. Yes!
Look at that dive. Wow, that's Caitlin Cox's quickness.
Now Steve's in on it.
Cody is just getting all kinds of things thrown at him.
Not fair, not fair. He needs to get back up fast so he can play the next ball. Play too quick. Get it? Ball's up.
Ooh, that was great though. Nice way to get back up. Last one.
Yes!
Lost the shoe.
That's how we end it.
Lost the shoe. Shoe down.
So, thank you to Jordan. Thank you to Caitlin. I now know how to roll. That was definitely one of the highlights of my season. But Kate, to get to some more volleyball-related stuff, you were one of Coach Dunbar's first recruits here at IU. So what's it mean to come in and change a program, take them to the Sweet 16, maybe struggle a little bit this year, but you're leaving the program in a better state than when you came in?
You know, before the new coaches had come here, I really did not have any interest in IU. And once I came down and they were here, and I visited the campus and met some of the girls who I would have played with, I just fell in love with it, and I knew that the coaches here really wanted to change the program and make it, you know, a national contender every year. So that was something that was very important to me. And you know, we did struggle this year a little bit, but it only helps us grow as people and as a team and as a program too. You know, we had the best of best last year, you know, doing something that we've never done in this program, and then having an off season this year, we struggled, but you know, it's only helped build our program here.
Outside of the whole volleyball experience, what has been your favorite thing about IU?
I don't know, you know, I love the campus here, and I love the people that I've met and the friendships that I've, you know, gained over the last 4 years. And the whole student-athlete experience is something that you can never imagine. You know, you get bonds with people from other teams, and, you know, being at study tables and training tables, and that's just something that you'll never get back, and it's something very special to, you know, it's kind of like a small high school, or I guess a big high school, and a college itself, and you know, you really know a lot of people in it, and I don't know, that's probably something that I really loved being a student athlete.
Finally, you take on Purdue this week, last matchup against the in-state rival for the Monon Spike. What is your favorite Purdue memory playing Purdue?
It would have been my sophomore year, and we were at Purdue playing, and it was in Game 5, and I remember looking at John Shondell, who's the assistant coach there, and I could see, you know, giving zones to serve, and I could see that he had said to serve me. And
Cheater.
I was like, I know. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be so easy. You know, I forget who the server was, but it was a really easy serve. And I went to pass it, and it literally hit the side of my arm and went straight to the floor. And I just started laughing. I was like, this is a joke. And so we called a timeout. I remember just like smiling and being like, that'll never happen again. And so he came back out and served me again. Perfect ball, and Sam put it away, and we won that year. So that was pretty special.
Last week as an Indiana Hoosier volleyball player, so what memories are you going to take from this? Are you going to cry?
No.
You guys
I
made me
might
cry
actually-
at senior night.
I know. Senior night was pretty emotional. Because you never, as a freshman, you're like, oh, that'll never be me, and then it comes on you so quickly, and it's just kind of like, where did my 4 years go? But it'll be emotional, you know. One of my best friends plays at Minnesota, so I know she'll make it emotional, and I don't know, it's going to be tough. There's certain things, like we had our last weights yesterday, and so we walked out, Mary and I did together, and we were just kind of like, oh, that's really sad. Like, we'll never have anybody make us do something, and we absolutely love Josh, and you know, we couldn't have asked for a better strength coach, but it'll be a rough week, you know, the last of last, and it'll be sad come Friday night when I have to take that jersey off for the last time.
Caitlin Cox, always making Tony and Karen proud. Thank you so much for coming on with me.
Thank you, Cody. You're the best.
You're the best.
No, you are.
You can talk about how great of a player Caitlin Cox is, but also a great person.
Yeah, I've just really enjoyed having her in our program. We had one of our last captains meetings yesterday, and watching her practice yesterday. I mean, she, it doesn't matter where we are in the season or what day of the week it is, that kid just comes to compete every single day. And, it's going to be really hard to replace that type of attitude, and she's great friends with everybody on the team. But as soon as she steps on the court, and I've said this before, and it truly is, she plays more like a guy, whereas she just doesn't, she's not there to make friends, she's there to win. And I hope that's rubbed off on some of our players, because I think that's one of the best things she can leave is that competitive spirit. And, she's just been a joy for me to coach.
Kate and Mary Shadoin, your setter, they were your first two recruits here at IU. So as their careers come to an end, what do those two players mean for your career and this program?
Oh, I don't think you can really put it into words. They're just great people. And I'm really excited to watch what they do with their lives. I think, you look at Mary, and we've talked about her so much over the years, and her doing her own blog and all that. And she has just such a bright future with her personality and her work ethic. And she's such a people person, loves politics, loves sports, and we could really see her doing something big. And then Kate, I would love for her to stay in the sport of volleyball. I think she has so much to give back to younger players, that competitive spirit, and she understands the game so well. And I know she's talking about maybe opening her own gym, doing some personal training, doing some things like that. But I'd love to see her in the game of volleyball, whether at a younger age or even at the collegiate level. I think she could be a great addition to a coaching staff somewhere.
And this week we have our final home game against Purdue, rival, this time for the Monon Spike.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't ask for a better ending, as far as just being at home, playing Purdue, especially for the seniors, and for the Monon Spike tomorrow night. So, I know our students are gone, but I know there's a lot of people in town that maybe don't have much to do before the big Thanksgiving day. So I hope that they can come out and cheer for both teams. Purdue's having a great year. I think they're 8th in the country this week, and could go very deep into the tournament. And it's nice to see them doing so well. As much as we're rivals and everything, they're having a great season. And we would love to be a spoiler tomorrow night a little bit, and make our season a little bit brighter. And so we're going to go out and play, as hard as we can, and hopefully some of our best volleyball. We had a great match with them at their place and took it to 5 sets. Ran out of gas a little bit in that 5th set, and they came through. But it was a really fun volleyball match to be a part of, and I hope we can put together something like that for our fans again and for our seniors.
And then we spend Thursday here at the IMU. We'll have Thanksgiving at the Tudor Room. And then right after that, we fly up to Minnesota to face the Golden Gophers Friday night.
Yeah, and that's part of the Big Ten is we spend Thanksgiving together just because we're always playing over Thanksgiving. But we really enjoy it. The kids get dressed up. We go to the Indiana Memorial Union, and they have a fantastic meal at the Tudor Room. It's one of the best. And we have some parents join us, and obviously all of our travel party. And that's always been a really good point of the season for us to spend together. And then traveling to Minnesota, we'll probably see a little snow, and for our final match of the season. And I hope we can, again, I just hope we can end on a positive note this week and turn back around. I thought we were making some great strides, and last weekend I know the kids were so disappointed with how they played, and our coaching staff as well, obviously. So we really want to come back and end this thing the right way.
Now we get to the tweet of the week. It comes from season ticket holder IU DJ Unique, Matt Englert. He says, IMU back alley for birthday party with our youngest girl. Can't help but think about IU volleyball and the promotions they run. Hashtag back alley block.
Oh, that's great. We've had some great support this year. I know, sometimes you get into seasons like this and kind of fair weather fans and everything, but we have really been fortunate to have some really loyal fans that I think understand our program and our players. And I saw one tweet that a lady said that brought her 8-year-old daughter to senior night, and kid was crying for an hour after at home because she didn't, she was so sad about the seniors and everything. And I thought, well, that's really cool. I think our kids are making some, real great impacts on some young players. And ultimately that's what it's about, the bigger picture of being great role models, especially when you play at a university like this and in a conference like this. So it's nice to hear some of those feedback things from some of the younger kids.
That does it for this week. Be sure to come to Jim, on Wednesday night to see the Hoosiers battle for the Monon Spike against Purdue. And then you can listen at 8 o'clock Friday night. We'll have the live broadcast of IU taking on Minnesota up at the University of Minnesota. For Sherry Dunbar, I'm Cody Sherritt. Thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in to our Season in Review show next week.